The debate New Zealand over whether join second pillar of AUKUS security partnership threatens to overshadow a more important foreign policy issue: how countries' allies in Indo-Pacific region are responding. War Ukraine. AUKUS appears to be based on the assumption that it will deter or counter China's assertion in the Indo-Pacific. However, it is unclear whether this regulation will advance New Zealand's core national interests. While New Zealand's stability, security and prosperity, in words of a recent government document, critically dependent on an international rules-based order, it is clear that China not the only or even most serious threat to that arrangement. Meanwhile, the capitals of the Indo-Pacific region are closely monitoring Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Most supported a United Nations resolution last year condemning Vladimir Putin's special military operation. But only Singapore, a close U.S. ally, has imposed sanctions on Russia. And in general, ASEAN countries' statements regarding the invasion do not directly criticize Moscow. This relates significant unrest in Asia due to the disruption and price shocks global commodities caused by Ukraine conflict. Indo-Pacific interests. The war led to increased food energy prices for Indonesia and many other Southeast Asian countries, further polarized the diplomatic environment. Indonesia is the second largest market for Ukrainian wheat and the fourth largest market for Russian chemical fertilizer needed to grow local rice. Overall, ASEAN countries are major importers of wheat, accounting for 15% of global imports. The defense dilemma facing New Zealand's next government: remain independent or face AUKUS too. Will you join the column? At the same time, many Indo-Pacific countries recognize that regional heavyweights China and India remain important partners for Moscow. China has abstained from major UN resolutions condemning Russia's actions in Ukraine. Beijing has repeatedly placed blame for conflict on NATO and United States, which fueled conflict. China has also greatly expanded trade with Russia since the beginning of the invasion. This bilateral trade will exceed $200 billion in 2023, an increase of $70 billion since 2021. Russian energy shipments to China are expected to increase by more than 40 this year. Military ties between China and Russia continue to deepen. Many joint exercises have been held since the beginning of the Ukrainian occupation. Beijing has quietly supplied military technology to Russia, and in 2023 Iran was reportedly supplied with components for use in drones sold to Russia. Although Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been a more open critic of the Ukraine invasion than China's Xi Jinping, he continues to emphasize close diplomatic and military ties with Moscow. Talk about a new Cold War is getting overheated, but New Zealand faces complex challenges in an era of strategic competition. India also abstained from key UN resolutions criticizing the occupati